Going green is not just a fad that hipsters are trying to push to the nation. The movement for greener practices was in response to research that indicated rising temperatures is causing major issues for the environment. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change reports found that humans' impact may be a primary culprit causing global warming. Global warming is a concern because it causes harm to the atmosphere, which protects the earth from harmful UV rays. It is not just global warming, also pollution is one of the biggest global killers. It affects over 100 million people. Why should businesses be alarmed by these findings? Because these global threats play a significant role in the future of companies and also the world itself. Um, there are many benefits for businesses that shift to environmentally friendly practices. That is also increased social responsibility, the ability to assist in decreasing operating costs, and also there's many government incentives available on the local and national level. In modern times, consumers are much more informed about the issues, and that's thanks to the internet. We can see the efforts of companies, and also we can see the companies that are not socially responsible also through the internet. Furthermore, companies that invest in green practices they can reap the benefit of the increased clientele. Two-thirds of the sustainable mainstream population will choose from products as sustainable sources over other conventional products. Since the newest generation of consumers is starting to feel the effects of global changes, they are more likely to show concern for the environment. Generation Y is concerned with the environment and more willing to purchase for companies that demonstrate environmentally mentally friendly business practices. Not only are consumers concerned about the environment impact, but also employers are too. Social responsibility that includes employees can be very beneficial to companies. It's just simply the fact that employees are also concerned about the environment also. It also increases the employee sense of importance as an attractive opportunity for the employer because this may encourage employees to stay with companies for a longer period of time. An effective marketing mix that shows companies eco-friendly efforts can be a great way to increase profits. Like I said before, there's a huge grouping of people in this country that are actually concerned about the environment, and they do try to buy eco-friendly alternatives to common goods, whether it be food-wise through different materials or such. Um, And like I said, the second benefit to the whole scheme of eco-friendly is also the benefit of the reduced operating costs. This isn't any primary concern for any small to large corporation or whatnot. Um, One of the facilities that I did in my research, that I found in my research, is the Gutson Healthcare System, and within 1 year, they was able to accomplish 2 million in savings. That might seem like a small sum, but I mean that really helps to reduce um, what patients pay. Also increase the profits of this facility, also to maybe to put that in better uses for more research, medical research. Um, And like I said, the green achievements that this facility was able to accomplish was really amazing. And furthermore, the savings earned from this company, they can increase their greener practices. They see the benefit, and they're able to reap the rewards. Like I said, maybe reducing the hospital bills that patients pay. That money can be actually added to other research within this facility. And things such as that. And for smaller companies, I find that through my research that I did see that for smaller companies is much easier for them to actually switch over to greener efforts. It's just simply buying different type of light bulbs, reducing paper waste, maybe go to email service doing emailing regarding supposed to um, and then a company that constructs an eco-friendly building can see a return of 10 times the initial investment over a 20-year period. The cost difference for an eco-friendly building is only 2% higher compared to Stanley constructed buildings. Um, and before any company actually jumps into switching over to more equally friendly options, they definitely want to create what's called a business plan. And this is a set of goals that companies can use to ensure that they're making the necessary steps to go eco-friendly for their business. Larger companies, they may need assistance of other firms, and these firms are what we call green consultants. And they're green sauce because they equip companies with the tools to increase eco-friendly efforts and become certified. Also, these green consulting firms aid smaller business in making an effective green business plan. And also, what we're finding also is the government is also concerned, and the government offers many incentives, maybe a tax reduction or rebates. They offer companies to switch over to greener practices or whatever. And um, and this can be really handy. What we are finding that a lot of companies are missing out on these incentives is most likely because their accounting teams may not be properly trained. So definitely for a company to go ahead and reap the benefits of actually going green and receiving the government incentives that's out there, like I said, tax rebates, subsidies that's available to them. You definitely want to hire an accounting team that's very familiar with this type of tax accounting, just that way to ensure that you get all the benefits of that. And just to go ahead and do a quick wrap up of everything, like I said, eco businesses, as you can see, that we was able to reduce operating costs. You've seen that through the Gutson healthcare system. Mm, and you did see that also we're able to get government incentives um, um, as tax write-offs and also subsidies that's available for companies that do practice greener practices. Um, and also you did see that consumers are concerned, and not only are consumers concerned, the employees that work for these companies are concerned about the environment also, and they are willing to lend a hand in these efforts. The employees are, and consumers are now more concerned and more aware of the importance of going green as with the utilization of the internet, and then also to see able to see the efforts of companies. So companies should definitely include their green efforts, how they're energy efficient, how they're reducing their waste, and they should add that to their marketing mix. That way they can make sure they ensure that they grasp the whole available entire consumer market. So it makes you more diverse as a company or whatever. Um, and like I said, there's so many different benefits. The first step is definitely just creating a business plan for your company, and how do you want your company to proceed further on. Now, if you feel like you're out of odds and you may not have the proper tools and maybe not the know-how where to just simply start, like I said previously, there are companies that specialize and they call them green consultants, and and some of these firms are actually certified to actually teach companies about green efforts and what they can do to help the environment. So definitely that's to be a great source. And in closing, like I said, the benefits outweigh the harm, because as we can see, as true science is telling us, and research that's and research that is showing that our environment is being affected by our actions, and we need to definitely make steps. And businesses have a big hand in that also, and so we have to start somewhere. And I definitely hope more businesses after watching this video and see the importance of our actions, and be more willing to actually start taking steps to better our environment.